Hey, testing, and we are live. Okay, very good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's SRC Guy coming at you live with the Break Arts 3. Again, hopefully it's not too bad with the audio today. I'm trying to work on it about balancing. It's also working on let me see if we can get things going. Okay, so I wanted to say, everybody, we will be going back to one of our previous designs we were working on last week since it was considered a failure. Okay, give me 1 second to go over those statistics here, and let me try to think for a second. Also, wait for everybody to show up. I'm missing the chat bar here. Let me fix that. Okay. Apologize, everybody, if I'm a little bit slow on the talk here. I'm just sort of recovering from a second-degree burn I got from cooking earlier today. So, yeah, I'm just trying to treat the wound right now. Controller's out of control. Let me fix the controller here. Ouch. Okay, really, that really does hurt. That really does hurt my hand here. Ow. Apologize. It's just I burned my hand. That's where I that's why I burned it from cooking. So anytime I try to touch a controller with the vibrations, oh, that really does hurt. I just now realized there was a sort of a feedback loop earlier. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're kind of just looking over here, and we kind of realized the fact that our lasers are not doing enough damage. Yeah, I know. Numbers don't lie. But gameplay feels so different than what the numbers say. So, try to revamp the weapons here in a little bit. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. Let's see, 6,300. Let's get a little bit of a boost in range. Okay, now we're starting to overheat a little bit too much, so let's just fix that. About the driving speed though, but I don't think there's nothing we can do. Yeah, so won't be racing anytime soon, but it'll do well enough in battle. Let's try it out.
Let's do our best. Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol to selected floor established. Alright, let's go. The match begins. You're being targeted. Hit. Target defeated. Hit.
God, this feels like a boat in water.
Assembly ready.
Not very reactive at all.
Lock undetected. Run. Reassembly ready. Hit hit. Lock undetected. Hit hit. You're being targeted. Hit. Lock undetected. Run. Hit target defeated. Hit. It's that.
Oh, okay. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, God, my hand.
First place. Cheers.
Okay, everybody. Tell you what. Due to the second degree burn I got in my hand right now, I'm just going to be limiting myself greatly when it comes to actually playing the game on a controller. I think I'll just focus mostly on building for today. Also, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate my audience. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Hopefully, I'll be able to continue entertaining y'all for the rest of the evening. So let's see what happens. Then, despite cooking wound I got, I'm still trying to work on this build. Now, we have something great going on here, but I feel like it's just not reactive enough. Even though it's on, like, what? The very basic hover legs. So, what's the issue here? The issue is that there's no inertia suppression and there's little driving speed, so it's going to be slower and it's going to feel sluggish, if anything. Not much I could do at this point because, unfortunately, for the fact it's that in order to get a good battle mech, you have to sacrifice racing capabilities, unless, of course, you just want to throw structure out the window. That's totally what we can do right now. We can totally just throw structure out the window. But I just don't know if it's going to be, fast enough. You know, is it really worth the sacrifices? You know? Let's see, who do we have here today? Anybody? Any questions at all concerning this build? Okay, let me change the background music here for a second. Looking around. I hope everybody's having a great, wonderful day. I hope you're all are just, you know, staying safe, staying cold, staying inside, away from the sun. To stay away from fire and such. Oof. God, that really does hurt. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it easy on fighting today. Ow. Okay. Thankfully, a mouse doesn't vibrate. Otherwise, I think I would be in trouble trying to build anything on this game. I might just do mouse and keyboard as well instead of controller. Alright, so... well, let's go ahead and entertain the thought of just taking out structure and fixing our inertia suppression here. What can we take away? That. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. put some physics here. Remove some of the head guard here. Sorry, burn is still burning, despite putting ice on it. And I'm rinsing in the cold water. Okay, let's see. Reduced our structure in shield significantly. We're up to 63%. We're up by 2% up there, and inertial suppression at 25. So let's see how it reacts now. Okay, I'm just going to take off the controller. That really does hurt. Let's try it out. Some keyboard. Really nice. Ooh. Woo! Okay, falling off the rails here.
Your NC plugin is ready.
Oh, my bad. Everybody, I forgot I had these things set up for thrust vectoring, so let me fix that up right now. Okay, so I had to get some ice. Anyways, let's see. So I've noticed that we don't have a lock-on mode for nearest farthest score, so let's go ahead and just fix that up. Let's see, what would be an easy key to fix that? You know what? I got it. Nope. Back. Forward. Score. Oh, wait, hold on. Tap? Tap. How do you tap? Okay, well, I'm not changing that then. Caps lock. Yeah, okay. That might be a bit more easier to do. Okay, let's fix it out. Sorry, everybody, if I'm not sure if I'm seeing your chat messages right now.
Your OR plugin is ready.
Kind of considering the fact that I'm not sure if YouTube's kind of being a little bit of a dunce here, or I'm just not getting a response, but you know, either way. Squirrel. Whoa, this thing does feel sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Yeah, this is... Come on. Okay. Yeah, this feels way different from a mouse keyboard. Let's see. Let me check the settings here. 3. Okay. They're not changing. Why did it not change? 1, 2, 3. Okay. What's going on here? Did I not put thrust vectoring on this thing? Let me go back. Let me check something here real quick. Action A or Action B? Yeah, no, it should be like going off like crazy. What's... Okay. Oop. That should be different. Okay, no, they did not change. Okay. That's an issue. Okay, what's going on here? Why are you doing this? All reset. Okay. I should just put nearest, farthest, GFR. Let's put T. Yeah, let's go with that. Wait a minute. What do I have for Q and E? You know what? Let's go ahead and put this. Q and E. Right. Somewhere I want to do. Back. Forward. H. Okay. Let me get this ice pack. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Now it should be working very well. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? What is this? Okay. Huh? What? Okay. That's... What? Why is my... Huh. Okay, so, future note for everybody. Apparently keyboard settings, when you try to rebind them, kind of go a bit iffy. And I don't want to restart this game. You know what? Let me restart the game, and then I can see what happens here. Let's see if this actually fixes this issue. Give it a second. Give it a second. See the key bindings. Okay, they should be the same here. Hopefully that doesn't act up again, please. For the sake of my hand. Yes, okay, now it works. Okay, no issue.
Your NC plugin is ready. Your OR plugin is ready. You have no energy. You have barely any energy. You have no energy.
Okay. Mount sensitivity, we need to up that up a bunch. 2.0. Outdoor attack off, force navigation. I'm a dummy. Okay, let's fix that now. Okay, let me control controller here. There we go. Okay, now it shouldn't hurt whenever I play this thing.
You have barely any energy. You have no energy. You have barely any energy. Hard plugin. Let's go. You have barely any energy.
So how is everybody today, huh? How are you, my lovely viewers? Hopefully you all have been doing well. At least better than I have, huh? One would hope.
You have no energy.
Hang on, I think YouTube is being a little bit screwy. I think that's the reason why I'm not getting any messages. Hold on. Nothing yet. Okay.
Now, there's any energy.
You know what they say? You know what? Actually, never mind. I don't know what they say. Here's something I would say. If you're cooling down too much and your energy's not enough, well, you might as well just pump your energy because there's nothing you can do about it if you're not overheating correctly. The desirable effect for racing, and this is something I want to reiterate, is that you want to stay above 50. Stay above 50 on heating. And if you can't do that, well, you're cooling too fast. But what if you can't shoot? Well, if you can't shoot because you're overheating, well, then we have another issue. Your weapons are just too darn strong. Well, I can't kill anything if weapons are not strong. Well, in that case, then we are gonna have to sacrifice something here. Something has to give. Like, we already took away a bunch of structure in order to have better driving speed and inertia suppression. Now we're having the fact that the cooldown ability is up to 1300. So, and this is the most delicate balancing process of any mech that you can probably talk to someone about in the break arts community. The energy economy and the heat dissipation are the two most important components on any build at all. You'll see a bunch of people overcompensating of energy, and they just sort of put too much cooldown. That's another issue we're getting here. Well, it's only because of the weapons. If we don't cool down fast enough, we won't be able to use our weapons properly, and thus we're just gonna die. So let's just take down some cooldown, maybe remove some heat capacity, but try to balance out a cooldown ability and we'll be okay. Hopefully somebody has some questions regarding this game. Anybody? Anybody at all? That's interesting. Alright, that's good enough. At least for driving. Anyways, now let's focus on the combat. Let's see if this actually pulls up.
Alrighty, let's return to the match.
I just need a tiny bit more cooling. It's a pretty lame way to kill somebody, but it works. Let's test it out now.
Let's do our best. Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol selected floor established. Alright, let's go. The match begins. Probably cool down. Getting hit. Reset is ready.
I ran into that one. My bad.
Let's return to the match. You should probably cool down. Hot. It hit. Your alarm button is ready. It hit. Run. Hot. It hit. Not getting hit. Reset is ready. Congrats. You got first place. Cheers.
Okay, it's successful. A little bit on the weak side for battle, but it works. Still feels like a bit of a boat on water, but it's like a speedboat on water. So it's improvement. Now we just need to test it on a racing aspect, so let's just try Rabbit's Carrot.
Let's do our best. Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol selected floor established. Alright, let's go. The match begins. Super on fire.
One extra kill for good measure. Now let's try the second race and see what happens.
Congrats. You got first place.
Well, I mean, it's good enough for that. All right, all right. Well, no, let's not push it any further. This is good enough. It's very weak, almost like a boat on water, but it's good enough. I will have to test it on a live target, aka another player, in order to figure out if it's actually worthy of, being in my inventory. Otherwise, I'll just delete it. I have deleted at least 50 of my builds. It may not look like it, but I have several data slots I had cleared up because none of them were just up to par. And I've already filled them back up. I'm literally spewing of ideas. Oh, wait. I completely forgot. Uh, Drifter. So I was working on this one last night and I kind of discovered something. Does anybody remember the good old preset Emerald? Yes, the chunky boy Emerald, our rock boy, who proceeds to kill everybody with just 2 grenades and 2 homing shots. I was looking at it the other day because I figured this was an actually viable opponent during the Union GP. Well, when I was testing it, I thought, what makes this thing so good? And well, it's actually not the weapons or the armor. It's actually how well it drifts. It actually responds very well when it comes to thrusting. Look at that. The side boosting is immaculate. It's just very, very well done. And the acceleration is not too shabby. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very slow. It's very slow. Like, definitely not for a racer build, but the strafing, though, it's just... How do I say this? It's like eating Alaskan snow crab with butter. Yes, this feels buttery smooth. And I thought, I want some of that. So I decided to go ahead and replicate the driving speed, inertia suppression, along with the, and I will try to demonstrate this right here, acceleration detonation for the side. And I decided to transfer that over to another build I had, Drifter. Got the stats here. Why not build a unit that strafes at 800? Well, it's not that I'm supposed to use 20 swivel joints. Well, that's the issue. We're going for 800, right? So right now, this is probably... Actually, I have another build that actually goes up further beyond this, but... This is... its acceleration is just... Acceleration is just... Well... It doesn't feel buttery smooth like the other one does. I don't know what it is. I don't know what about this I'm not doing right as well as Emerald does. Emerald has this just...
Your NC plugin
has
is
this
ready.
particular sweet spot when it comes to drifting and acceleration. I only have the acceleration when it comes to strafing. But it's just, it's not as... It doesn't feel very buttery smooth.
Your OR plugin is ready.
Criteria leg. Was that it? Is that the reason? Wait, hold on. Son of a gun, you're right. Maybe that was the issue. Okay. Yeah, that's what the issue is. It's not criteria leg. Yeah, okay. Thank you for reminding me, Espers. Appreciate that. I mean, this one's it's just a little bit faster than that. So, anyways, this is Drifter.
Probably cool down. Hot.
Going back to your previous statement, Espers, as I was saying about why not do an 800 unit, especially with funny swivel joints, but because 800 would require thrust vectoring.
Plugin is ready.
And quite frankly, I don't want to mess with thrust vectoring. You gotta be on keyboard and mouse to do proper thrust vectoring, because if we try to do it on controller, it just doesn't feel right.
You should probably cool down.
Unless I rebind that too, but I'm not even sure if there's a button to yeah, there's not a button for moving.
Hot. Your OR plugin is ready.
Well, maybe wait, hold on, one second. Let me try something. Let's try action. Well, Jiminy up the butt. What the frick? Okay. Well, please don't clip that. Please do not clip that statement. Thrust vectoring. Okay, so we got... Okay, so we can apparently do thrust vectoring on controller. That's funny. Okay, so... You just now try... Yes, I just now tried. Yes, well... I didn't want to do it, okay? I just like the things the way they are, okay? I'm not a thrust vectoring scrub. Even though there's nothing wrong with thrust vectoring. It's actually one of the stronger aspects of the game. Imagine a world where I can just be perfectly fine with just doing the regular stuff and not having to do the advanced criteria. Crap. Imagine a world where Saphias is happy. Imagine a world where there's no meta. Imagine a world of variety. Imagine a world where I don't get my hand burned from second degree burn when I was cooking. Oh, just imagine. Oh, eat your heart out, John Lennon. Okay. I'm thinking thrust vectoring should be illegal because this is... It should not be this good. What the frick?
Your OR plugin is ready. Do that. Reassembly ready.
Oh god, that is so nasty. This is nasty. This feels wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, it's in the game, okay? People use it. But this is just way too proficient against somebody who's just not doing thrust vectoring. Goodness gracious. Oh god, I feel like a bird on wings here. Reality is I get to choose what I want to do, Esperus. You can't really tell me what to do. I mean, well, you can't tell me. You actually could tell me what to do. You can make suggestions about it, but you can order me around. But the problem is, though, is I still have free will. Oh, you're being a smart aleck. I know you're over there laughing behind your screen. And anyways, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming and tuning into the stream today. Hopefully I will be able to keep entertaining you with today's build session. Right now we're just sort of discovering the aspects that you can actually rebind your A, B, C keys. Those are the action keys with your left stick. So yeah, thrust vectoring is very valuable on controller. I still feel like it should be illegal, but it is what it is.
Alrighty, let's return to the match.
By the way, I did not make this myself. This is just the revamped version I gave back to Espers. His, for the most part, didn't really need much changing. The only thing I just took out was lock-on range. That's the only thing I did. It's a very good build. Is still over here. What? Still overheating unit. Yeah, I know. I overheat, okay? I'm a high risk, high reward kind of player. If I could just get enough heat and maybe just sacrifice my life a bit or two, I should be, way ahead of the threshold here. But obviously, though, that's not the most, how to say, viable option for most people. Obviously, they don't want to overheat. But, different play styles. And I can say different play styles because the fact is this game has so much variety. It's insane. But sometimes I think that this is what I think about some of the players in the community. We think about whether or not we could, but we don't think about whether or not we should. Oh. And you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. The first image that popped in your head? Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. Yeah, it just doesn't feel this. It doesn't feel as good as thrust vectoring. That's so bad. Okay, so Esvers has made the insinuation that why not just do it 800 plus side thrust vectoring thing. So I just thought, that's fair and all, but considering the fact that most builds today really don't go beyond the fact of maybe 500 to 600. There's no war crimes in the virtual space, only opportunities. Bah. It's not a war crime the first time, Espers, which clearly you have already gone beyond that. This is not the first time we discussed this. Don't get me wrong, you're not even Canadian. You're not Canadian, okay? If you're not Canadian, you're not getting away with war crimes. What was I doing? Oh yeah. No, we don't want this. We just, you know what? Screw it. We'll just go ahead and just start fresh. Let's see, criteria. Camellia. All right. So we're just trying to get acceleration on both sides, or at least a thrust vectoring unit that goes up to 800 on acceleration. Can we actually do that? Make it viable for battle, and all the while being cool looking. Can we do that? Sure, we can. How long is it going to take? I have no idea. Could we do it? Yes. Should we do it? I'm going to leave that answered up to you all individually. All right. 400 deaths in acceleration. Oh, get out of here, you hobo. You living in the woods. Hobo. You murder hobo. You and your spiky swords and stuff. Oh. Just put 400 acceleration deaths. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna do that. Let's try. Hold on. Seem to have okay, I need to put some more background music in the back. Here, so let me just yeah, let's put that here. Alright. I own my home. Unlike some people. Okay! Alright. Esper's on the reverse. Okay, that's fine, Esper. It's clearly calling out, what, 3/4 of America here. Oh. Oh, you'll love to see it. Jesus Christ, everybody catching strays from Esper's wish. Now let's clean this up a bit here. Take out the VOB unit. Move some of these joints. Take that out. Alright. So we just need to make it left, right, and then down. Left, right, and down. Some articulating joints that rotate and do not spin. And clearly there's a difference. When that spins, always on the bottom. Well, let's see here. 0, 0. It's zeroed in. No. We want to put this here too to go right. Yes. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna go 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right, and we'll adjust the variation as to whatever the angle of our body is. There's many ways you can make it articulate in such a manner. A binary starts a split vector. Binary to start a split vector. Okay, you know what? Split vector. Please, go ahead and reiterate what a split vectoring means. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to read your chat here. It's just that I have a little heart icon that's like blocking the whole sentence. So I'm just trying to like. I can even forward hover mode to make it at diagonal angles. Well, I mean, I knew about that part diagonally. I know we were discussing it the other day, and I think we were discussing Ashtira's builds. If for all you who don't know, Ashtira was previously the Knight of Battle, but they kind of stepped down from that. Anyways, they were. Esper was just telling me that they just discovered now diagonal angles. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, what the game projects on screen might not entirely be accurate compared to what you would, obviously play. And what I mean by that is, let me demonstrate here with the thrust. Let's go with maybe just, say, 2 of these. Okay, so obviously, let me change the icon and the UI here. Alright, let's go over this. Yeah. Please ignore the chirping bird in the back. Apparently they're having fun. Thank you. Are you done, Birdie? Are you done, Birdie? He's not done. Okay. Oh, you... Oh, okay. You little... Are you done yet? Okay, Birdie, you keep on chirping. You keep on chirping. Okay. Now, split vectoring is basically vector system built only for combat racing instead of combat only. Well, yeah, okay, that's... Hold on a second. I think the bird's trying to talk to me. Are you done? No, you're not done yet? When did you get talkative, cockatiel? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Crazy birds. Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Let me check on their food. Okay. Alright. Birdie's fine. Apparently, the mother and father were just chirping around, and their food's okay, and they have plenty of water. Anyways. Now, we were just going over split vectoring, and you were telling me that it's just basically a thrust for tighter controls on racing. So, okay. Now, moving on forward about what Esper was talking about, diagonal angles and split vectoring here, at least from basing on his definition of this. Basically, in the game, the indicators, as usual, when we put accelerators facing backwards, that number registers backwards. We have backwards, forwards as in pushing out from the front, left, right, and then jumping. or up, and we have turning thrust. Now, most people don't know this, but it's not. Well, I don't want to say this, but it's like it's not an absolute value because you can actually go diagonals. You know what I'm saying here? Like here. Obviously, we're facing backwards with the thrusters. Now we try putting on one of these suckers here. It's at a tight angle, 45-degree angle. We get this. Obviously, it's pointing towards the left. Right? Okay. You only got back and left. Well, apparently if you were to use turning thrust correctly, you know, it just like if you were turning and going forward while thrusting to your left, you can make a diagonal. Okay? See? It's just... It looks kind of weird, but trust me, there is a diagonal approach. It's just not absolute in the sense of, you know, it's actually going to go towards the southwest here. No. You just kind of make a tight turn and accelerate, and you can get a diagonal approach. Sort of like that. See? If you can activate both thrusters forwards and left while making a tight turn that's at the right angle, you can sort of drift and make a diagonal angle. Now, some people just thought, you know, you just turn fast enough, you just turn left, turn right, you know, that's all you really need to do. Sometimes you don't even need to just activate both thrusters at the same time. Well, you can. It's just got a very peculiar angle that you sort of just have to work on. But you know, anyways, moving on. I'm not gonna go over the entire list of methods when it comes to creating a thrust vector control, because basically what I'm trying to, it's just, you can do everything with it. You can just make joints that just work like that. It's just like the potential and limit to that is purely on your imagination. And it's sort of experimental in the sense of, well, if you can come up with it in your head, I'm sure you can build it. Now, we're just here just trying to get things going with our thrust vector. And so, like I said, we just need to put acceleration on both the left and right side and just hope for the best. Now, let's just get something above 800 here. Anyway, everybody, if you're not too busy, hopefully you can all do me a favor. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. But if not, that's fine by me, but at least share this video with your friends right now while I'm live. You know, having a bigger audience would really help with a good feedback, better response to what the public wants, and more importantly, trying to get the word out when it comes to Break Arts 3 techniques, because There's a lot of new people, not a lot of veterans, and especially not a lot of people who can actually just teach properly. And teaching is really hard. Anyways, oh, let's see. Let's get something big going on here. We want something with a lot of thrust. So let's just... Now we can obviously spam with the BASCTA-03 because I can't pronounce that name. We can do that. We just have to deal with the excessive energy capacity, and I don't want to deal with that. So let's just try something a bit more reliable here. Let's go with Icarus. Yeah, Icarus seems like the good play here. Might not like it, but this is peak efficiency. I'm kidding. No, we're still not there. We're only halfway there. So let's try to push this a bit further. Oh boy, this is gonna block the screen. Alright, let's put this on the inside here. Okay, 607. We are still 200 away from getting it at 800. So let's see if we can push it even further beyond. Now, you're probably wondering, well, this is fine and all, but how are you gonna, you know, make this dust vector? Well, good sir, just wait and see. You know, trust the process. Okay, now we can add two of these. Okay. Now we're just going ahead and add some of these. What gives off enough detonation here? Da, 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 da. Yeah, you know, there's one thing I do miss with the first version of this game is the efficiency ratio that came with the detonators. You know? I just thought, you know, that kind of keeps a good limit on things, you know, allows you to, like, focus on the fact that, you know, you have to be efficient with what you pick. No, you can just pick whatever the frick you want and then just make it work. It's just like there's no difference between all of them, really. None of them are more efficient than the other. All the same. It's a bland choice if you ask me, but you know, my opinion is not what matters here. What matters is just trying to get the facts and keep it straight, and you know, trying to teach y'all on how to break arts build. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, maybe that may be a bit too much. Let's just ease that up a bit. Yeah, let's not. too much of that. Okay, we'll do half that. Okay, yeah, things are good. We just need to work on our energy capacity and our heating here, so let's get that out of the way. We're still at a driving speed of 112, so that's good. All right, so let's see. 654, 393. Okay. Let's see what we can work with on this. Try this. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Eating. Yep. 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 Oh. Okay. Yes. Yes. Well, that may be a bit gaudy, but you know it works. Well, no, it's very ugly looking. We'll put something else in here. Gosh, for stopping. Okay, that's enough. Ignore the brain rot I got going on here. Lack of sleep does that to you. Okay, we got that going on here. Ooh, okay. I got a better advantage here. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now we're back at it again. Let's keep piling on. Yeah, this is fine. Let's get one of our heads going on here. So template, accident template 2. Let's put that here. No. It's still off base. What? What's wrong? Why is that off? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, screw that up. I screwed up. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. At least with the head. Anyways, and let's add... Okay, so let's see. Let's test it here. Looking at our numbers. Alright, action A. Okay, action B. Okay, yeah, I gotta turn that off. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, now I'm turning off. No, wait. No, we'll do action C. And no conditions. And we'll do toggle. So we can get that out of the way here. Oh, God. Okay, why did I do that? Okay, let me get this out of the way here. Alright. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry it's not very bright out here. I really wish I had a freaking flashlight like a proper mechanic. Unfortunately, this game does not allow that. Seriously, give us a flashlight, Ray. I want a freaking flashlight. I want to look in the undercarriage of my unit here. Okay, so we're gonna do toggle. Toggle. Okay. Now. Let's do one of these again. That doesn't look right. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. Oh, darn it. How did this fit in here in the first place? Oh, darn. You know what? Fine. Take it. I'll just leave it like that. Alright. Let's race this. See what happens here. What's going on? What? Left. Okay, never mind. Apparently we're still not done with this yet. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Use action B. And no condition. Okay. Use action A and no condition. Toggle. Negative 90. 90. What's going on here? What? Why is it going on? Okay. Left. Done. Right. Done. Forwards. It's fine. Backwards. Oh, wow. That is... Okay, yes. Very good. Left. No, wait. Okay, we might have an issue. Okay, so toggle is not going to do it here. We need to put it on continuous because otherwise it's going to keep screwing over itself. So just a note for everybody, if you're going to thrust vector, make sure you put it on continuous if you're accelerating really, really hard. Otherwise you're just going to have a bad time. Wait a minute. No, nope. Okay, yeah, no, I have it backwards. So we gotta switch it. We gotta flip them around. Okay, so This is gonna actually be negative 90. And this is gonna be positive 90. Okay. Okay. Wow. This. Wow. Okay, see, there's the diagonal we're going for. And if you can turn hard enough without drifting all the way. Yeah, it's. I feel so dirty right now just doing this. But it works. It's so good. My lobster's too well cooked and my biscuits are too well buttery. I think that's how the saying goes. I'm not too sure. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. This... I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, this still needs some work, and it's focusing too much of traffic. Actually, no, let's strafe. Let's strafe here. Let's pick a target. Actually, darn it, I made it so well good on the acceleration that it's... I have no idea what's happening. I'm turning as hard as I can. But I'm accelerating fast enough to keep up with my turning here, so it's just... It's a perfect circle.
Alrighty.
Not a tight circle, but it's a perfect circle. I'm scared now. I'm scared what this will mean. I'm sure somebody else has come up with something a lot more better than this, but, you know, this is just like... Come on, really? How uncivilized. Obi-Wan said calmly. Okay, let's see here. Now that we got that going, let's pick some weapons. Oh. Okay, thankfully the secondary degree burn has stopped burning on my hand here, but I... Huh. Is that a scar? Oh. Yeah, it is. What the heck? Oh, wow. Well, at least chicks dig scars. It's not as bad as my other one I got on my left hand, but it has a little bit of burn marks. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be not feeling well with that hand tomorrow. Anyways, let's see here. Doing? Oh yeah. What are we doing? I mean, really, what are we doing with this? I mean, is this what this is what Ray's vision is? Everybody going to thrust vectoring because of how efficient it is? Is this the Ray? Is this the future of Ray Guards 3? Oh Lord. Oh. Hold on, I gotta throw away some of this ice. Now, uh, let's improve our specifications here. Well, if we can strafe as hard as we fight, we need something to help take advantage of that. Now, we have a potential number of weapons at our disposal. Everybody knows this. It's just trying to figure out what takes advantage of strafing. Obviously, homing shots is not going to do very well because we turn too fast for it to properly just to properly hit anything. We can do grenades, but you know, it's only good so much against structure compared to shields. Like, it's better just breaking down shields. All right, so let's see what else. Homing missiles out of the question as well. We also got railgun, but that's already a go-to for most things. We can do mines, but that'd be dumb. You know, mines are not a great at offensive weapon. We'll keep that in mind. We can definitely put mines on this thing later on as defensive. So that leaves normal shots, lasers, AoE grenades, and paradox. Let me see what else I'm missing here. Oh yeah, swords. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can make a melee build out of this. Well, then again, would that really be advantageous? Because we're going already at like over 700 kilometers on turning left or right. Not turning left or right, going left or right. And burst kind of slows us down for half a second after doing your attack. And you have to start it up again. Sometimes then melee doesn't kill correctly, so alright. I have an idea. Just decide to go ahead and do paradox. Because here's the thing. We're changing directions extremely fast. We just need something to keep up with that. Obviously, paradox has been kind of nerfed to its generation load. It generates a lot more heat before we can actually fire again. And you know what? That's okay. Hold on, I got a phone call. Okay, sorry everybody, I had to take that phone call. Uh, helping someone out with arrangements. So anyways. Ooh, man, my hand burns. Ugh. Alright, so here's the thing. Paradox should be able to keep up with our change of direction, because we're going to be changing direction very fast with this. Alright, so we just need to keep in mind that we can only do mid-fire rate, so it's not going to be very strong by itself. We need something else to go ahead and bump off that shield and do proper damage. Now, that is also another issue when it comes to firepower. We want to take advantage of somebody just not being able to properly get a lock on us. So we don't have to worry about being a DPS powerhouse, because that's not our main advantage. Our main advantage is just the fact that you can't hit us. Okay? So we can just slowly kill them. Let me check the background music here. Okay. Ambient jungle? No. We don't want ambient jungle. We want something a bit more awesome. Ah, this is pretty lame. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. Okay, now obviously we can do a couple of options here, just to bump off the shield. Let me put a basic one here. Normal shot is 20%, homing shot 20%, but we already know homing is not going to be our best bet here because we're moving too fast for that. At least we'll be too close for them to be properly used. We can also do burst. Now burst we can. Well, no, we already said about burst kind of disturbing our pace of flow when it comes to strafing. You know what? Honestly, I think we're just gonna stick with the regular grenade. Yeah, I think regular grenade's the fix here. So, let's see. Get some radar on this thing. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make it look better. Right now, it looks very ugly, but we're just trying to build the foundation here. I forgot about thrust, right? The turning radius here, so we fix that as well. Don't worry, these are temporary. Okay, we're just trying to make it work. Proof of concept and all that. Okay. Now let's try it. Okay, so we have an issue. By the way, welcome back, guys. We appreciate you coming back from the land of ghosts. Paradox rifles are. I don't know if they got nerfed or anything like that. But they seem to be. Yeah, okay, that's. They're not coming back to the target. You have to be really far away from it. What the heck? Is my mic a bit low? I apologize. So my mic is a bit low. That was actually on halfway. So I don't know what's going on. My audience, is my mic low? Because I just turned it up now. I have no idea what I sound like. Give me a second. That's pretty dumb of me. I apologize, everybody. See, this is an issue I had with my audio settings. This is what I've been trying to say earlier. Audio settings are not solid. They kind of go up and down every now and then. Right now, I'm on max on my microphone. Typically, I would have to turn it down because it's too high. Now today, we're getting too low. So, I don't know what's going on. I apologize if you guys have not been able to hear me over the music. Hopefully y'all have been able to hear me this whole time. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Okay, anyways. We're not. Okay. So anyways, we're going a bit too fast, even for our own good, when it comes to a lock-on. Okay, you know what? I think we might have to switch over to homing because this is not working. Paradox rifles are terrible right now. It's not working. It's not working out. So let's just do homing shot. Homing missiles, because we keep missing overnight grenades. Okay. At the rate of our speed here, we're not going to be able to hit anything because they can't hit us, but we can't hit them. Okay, well, that's another issue. I know my lock-on is too slow. It's at 3.37. I'm sorry. 0.37. God. I know it's not that even if I did speed up my lock-on, it's still gonna miss. I guarantee that. Observe. .7.
Super on fire. See that?
Yeah, I know Paradox is gonna miss because I already tried it. It just sucks. If it's not direct fire, it sucks. Even with the yeah, we just
Your NC plugin is ready.
okay.
You're super on fire. Rebound.
Hold on a second. Let me get a
Reassembly
quick photo
ready.
here. Also, if you put more lock on range or lock on speed, you'll maintain lock on shots more consistent.
Your OR plugin is ready. It hit. You're super on fire. Rebound. It hit. Reassembly ready. It hit.
Okay, I might have to speed up my shots here. Okay, let's try something different. Trust me, at first I knew exactly how not to overheat. I prefer sort of being up there at 90%. Even though there's no benefits to it, I just feel like it's a sort of a matter of habit I kind of picked up. Changing their effective range. Well, here's the thing with strafing. For the most part, we're going to be bumping into people, especially at our speeds. It's just a matter of fact we're going to be up close and personal with somebody. No, I could probably switch over to burst. Honestly, I think that might be the better situation here because we're kind of too fast for our own good. But it's not like we're gonna hit anything at this speed, anyways. Plus, power is very low. Instead of burst, you can use normal shots. I was thinking about lasers too, but you know what? Screw it. What do we got to lose? Let's do a laser. Because I know grenades is not working correctly here. We just keep missing. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Try to get this out of the way here. Put that there. Now we're gonna put some. Well, see, the other thing about it is I don't really want to be one of those people who have extreme lock-on range because I know there's a big advantage to that, but I just don't think that's my playstyle per se. Hold on, wait a minute. I put two of these, right? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, now we're gonna put a bit more here. Oop. Okay, 190. No, that's too short. Let's go further beyond. What is that? 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. But why is it? Okay, we're gonna put some more on here. Legs. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll see what happens. Okay. What?
It hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nope, I forgot. This thing's upside down. Yeah, you can actually go upside down with your emitters, believe it or not, especially when it comes to homing shots. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. Let's put this here. Now we can see what happened. Element missile's not the play here. Let's go with something else. No, that's lasers. Okay. Homing missile's not the play. Okay, we can just do regular homing normal shot. That'll work just fine, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Actually, what if I just do it with grenades? I know I already tested it before, but with these all these emitters on, I mean the amplifiers on it, maybe this will make a difference.
Your OR plugin is ready. Hit. It hit. Hit. It hit. Hit. Rebound. Alrighty. Let's return to the map. Hit. It hit. Hit. It hit this guy. The super on fire. Hit. It hit. 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 Target defeated. It hit. Hit. It hit. Hit. It's bad.
Okay, so that seems to be okay. I probably will have to adjust the speed, and I probably will have to adjust the laser on it. Tell you what, we'll go with a 5-minute break, everybody. 5-minute break. yourself some water. Alright, I'm back. So, let's see now. Let's see. Driving speed's only 70%. We don't have a lot of structure. Weapons are decent, I suppose. You know what? Let's fix this here for a second. Some more of these. That there. That there. Okay. A little bit more further. Should be okay. It's too high. Okay, so this is the best we can do for now. We can totally add some stuff later on, but yeah. We don't have a name for this, so let's just put thrust vectoring. Vector. Yeah, we just put vector on here. Find space slot for this guy. Let's try him out.
Let's do our best. Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol to selected floor established. Alright, let's go. The match begins. Hit. Hit, hit. Hit. Hit, hit. Hit, hit. Hit. Hit,
That was a bit too effective. More so than I realized. And that was just with a basic laser on a hammer. What the frick? Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna chalk this up as the fact that thrust vectoring is much, much more powerful than it should be. But, it is what it is. Let's try it with rabbit's carrot.
Let's do our best. Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol to selected floor established. Alright, let's go. The match begins.
Okay, seriously? Okay, that's a bit too effective. Let's just try this one right here.
Make way, make way. Teleportation protocol to
Hey, please like and share this video. Please like and share this stream because I need a bigger audience, and you know, I've laid a lot of voices and brains, you know, to bounce my ideas off of.
The match begins. Hit. It hit.
Well, darn. You got us.
You did a great job.
Well, it's not exactly foolproof. Thus Rectory still has its cons. I started to notice that it doesn't. It's like trying to move a cube, a very agile cube in space. That's what it feels like. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's strong and all that with the strafing and all. And good grief, you probably can't get hit, but God forbid you try to race with this thing. It's not all that effective as I thought it would be. Anyways, let's see. We got about 20 minutes left, and then I'll probably stop the stream for today. So let's see. Let's see what's going on today on today's session. Nope, nobody on the lobby today. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and just open a session for everybody, depending if they're watching or not, and we'll see what happens. TV for thrust vectoring TVAs. Yeah, TVS. Okay. We'll do a battle racing today. Let's not do wilderness. Let's do Sea of Clouds. And let's also do Cyberfield 2. Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, let's see which ones. Sorry if I sound tired and yawning and all that, but unfortunately the fact that I am just deadbeat exhausted. Ugh. Contenders, any contenders for today? Wait and see. We'll see if anybody shows up. Don't worry. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and edit some of the parts of the stream out, so that way next time somebody watches it, they won't have to wait for so long during these breaks. Because the downtime is kind of you know, it is what it is. I don't see any of the usual suspects for today's. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm starting to have a lisp. I said what I'm trying to say is I don't see any of the usual suspects for today. Okay, sorry. Golly. Anybody joining in on today's session? Any multiplayer session? Come on, US West. Anybody? Somebody's got to show up eventually. Oh man. All right, I don't think we're gonna be getting anybody today. It just seems like it's a dead day today. That's unfortunate because Tuesdays I kind of find a little bit more lively than Mondays. Seriously, nobody likes Mondays. I can't do things on Wednesdays because good grief. Give it another minute or two and nobody shows up, and I'll just probably end the stream for today. Do not have a very captive audience nor a very captive multiplayer session, so it just seems like a bit of a dead day today. It is what it is. All right, well, I think that's it. You know, not a lot of today, not a lot of sessions done. I mean, we did create this bit of an OP build here. I mean, it's all right. It's good for battle, not so much for racing. In a straight line. Wait, who am I kidding? It only does go straight. It's just very janky when trying to move left or right. So, yeah, that's okay. It's okay. All right, we'll try again sometime later this month. Hopefully by then this will be a Sorry, what I meant to say was hopefully by then, by the end of this month, this open beta will be the official release, and then everybody can get on board. All right. Well, that's it for me. Anyways, this is. Anyways, I was saying, this is thank you everybody for joining in on today's stream. I'm sorry it wasn't very entertaining nor very informative. We'll try again sometimes later this week or this month, really. But this is SRC guy coming at you with this open beta session. I'll catch you all when I can. See you next time.